Good morning, everyone. We are getting ready to go to the airport to go to the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. I figured I'd just jump on here real quick before I head out. Going to do this too. Just check this. Check. One. Let's go here. There we are. Let's share this around. Group. Have our first comment here from Max Ivy. Good luck today. Look forward to seeing what awaits. Thank you very much. As you well know, most of the good stuff is coming tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which is Apple Day. That's the big one. Let's just see what else we have here. So I'm going to be doing a lot of these short videos. Obviously, I'm still in my studio here at the house. So I'm going to probably do another one from the airport when I get there. Once I get through TSA and all that. I just figured I'd pop on here just to do one from the comfort of my studio before I pack everything up, getting ready to go. So the Creative Summit, what do you expect? Well, let's talk about that for a minute. As soon as I get done posting. So last year, my expectations at the Creative Summit were low. I talked about this prior, and that was based on actions, not this. So we didn't have a lot of updates to Final Cut Pro, and the ones we did have were kind of mediocre, let's say. So I went to the last year's Final Cut FCP Creative Summit with low expectations. When they released 10.7 with the scrolling timeline, that raised my expectations up to a good solid mid-level. Now, I'm going into this Creative Summit with lower expectations as well. And it's not because I expect nothing that'll raise my expectations. I'm going in with low expectations, and I wanted to see if they can raise it back up to the mid-level. And the reason it's low at this point is because there's only been one feature update in 11 months to Final Cut Pro, which was 10.8 in June, and the last 11 months. One feature update in 11 months. That's not a very active development cycle for Final Cut Pro. So we'll see if they've been saving up for this Creative Summit with a big update. We've been talking about this on Final Cut TV. Let me put that up there. Here we go, Final Cut TV. We've been talking about this since 10.8 came out. Back in June. Since 10.8 came out back in June, we've been talking about, well, are they going to update for the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit? We've already seen Apple last year said there's going to be an update to Vision in Final Cut Pro for the Vision Pro in 2024. I'm sure that's going to be at the Creative Summit. And then they had this little teeny flash, a little teeny drop-down menu that had two features that we haven't seen yet. Caption something and magnetic mask something. Okay? That was like a little teeny appetizer for hopefully what's coming at the Creative Summit. It's not all that's coming at the Creative Summit. That would be a complete disappointment and would keep my expectations down here in the low end. It's got to be more than just those three things. Those three things are just, first off, I don't care about the Vision Pro. I couldn't care less. I'm not going to be editing anything for Vision Pro in the near future. But, I always say this, but I'm glad it's going to be there for people that do want it. I don't want it. I think the majority of Final Cut Pro editors don't care about the Vision Pro update, so hopefully there's more nuts and bolts features that we've been requesting for the last 10 years. Maybe a few surprises in this besides the little drop-down menu. They had a little teeny drop-down menu that was in the Mac Mini, but we'll see what happens. My expectations are down here, like mid-level, below medium, because, like I said, they haven't done anything in 11 months. There's been no features in the last 11 months, no activity for Final Cut Pro. So hopefully they've been saving it all up for this Creator Summit. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot of these short videos. I'll do another one from the airport just to catch, to let everybody come around and make your comments. That's an important thing. You make your comments. Let's switch this over. You make your comments. The Final Cut Pro team watches this. I don't know if they're up this early, but they do watch it normally. So I expect more than just those three things. So those three things are, first off, it was not a Final Cut Pro demo. It's just a little side issue. Little side issue that they just said, oh, by the way, this is in the new version of Final Cut. It was not a demo of the new version of Final Cut. It was a little teeny drop-down menu with a couple little items in there. So, our friend Marcelo Faraz, have a nice trip, fingers crossed for 11 coming out today. Tomorrow, it's not coming out today. Today I'm traveling. Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be the day after we go to Apple Park. Got to keep track of the time. After we go to Apple Park, that'll be the day that tomorrow, Wednesday, sometime after 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, West Coast, that's when we should know something. 6:30 a.m. here in Argentina, Richard. Very cool. Very cool. Look at all these people coming in and watching. Why is that? What happened? Let me see. What the heck's going on here? It's flipped back over to the there we go. But anyway, I'm not going to stay on it very long. I still have a couple more things to tie up before I head to the airport. But once I get through TSA security and get settled where my plane is going to take off, I'll fire up another one of these live streams. But obviously, it'll be at the airport. It won't have my Neumann TLM-103 microphone and all my fancy gear. It won't have my guitars in the background, which is fine. But this is your opportunity for you to make comments for the Final Cut community to see and the Final Cut Pro team to see going forward. Like I said, last year it worked out well. Last year I went in with low expectations based on the slow activity in the development of Final Cut Pro. This year it was up here when 10.7 came out because we got a scrolling timeline and a couple of other nice features. A lot of enthusiasm. Since then, it's gone back down again with only a single feature update in 11 months. Okay. Hopefully that means they were saving it up for the Creative Summit. We will find out. We will find out indeed. So I'm not going to be on here very long. I'm just going to stay on for a minute or two longer because I got to pack up my MacBook Pro because that's coming with me. I got to pack up my iPad Pro. That's coming with me. I'm going to watch movies on the plane, and I'm going to have 2 screens in the hotel room when I do these live streams. And I think, I have a nice long checklist that I made, very long checklist that I made, and everything's checked off, so we should be good to go. two pair of glasses. I got to take two pair. One's a spare pair. One's actually a pair for my computer distance rather than room distance. Very, very cool. Plus, I wanted to come on unannounced. I'm going to number these live streams. So this is FCP Summit, Creative Summit 001. The next one will be FCP Creative Summit 002, et cetera, et cetera. So you can look at the number. Now, once I get done, I'll put this on I have a playlist for the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit Chronicles or something on YouTube, and you can follow along there. What do you think? Any comments, expectations? I mean, like I said, we already know the Vision Pro thing. That's fine for a small portion of editors. Most editors don't care about that. So that's one thing. The magnetic mask, whatever that is, that sounds pretty cool. And whatever the caption thing was, that looks pretty cool. But I'm still hoping for text-based editing and some other big nuts and bolts features, because that little teeny drop-down menu, that can't be all that's involved. That can't be all there is in the new update to Final Cut. Is it going to be 11? What do you think? If it's going to be 11, it's got to have more than just those 1, 2, 3 features. It's got to have more than just those 3 features. Anyway, if you have any more comments, comment now. I'll be back probably about, I don't need to see what time it'll be, 36:30. Probably about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, something like that, just for, once again, a short live stream. I'll get on my plane, get to the airport, get to the hotel. Once I get settled in the hotel, I'll fire up another live stream. We'll have another 2 or 3 live streams today, but the update's not coming out today. Today's Tuesday. The update's coming out tomorrow, hopefully, sometime after 2 p.m. once we get to Apple Park. Very, very cool. Don't forget to support my trip. buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. We've got a lot of people that have been buying me coffees, and I really appreciate it. When I buy your coffee, I'll call you out on the live stream. Hey, you bought me this coffee. Whether it's a coffee, whether it's a hamburger, whether it's something else that I eat, I'll give you a shout out on the live stream for supporting Final Cut TV going to the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. I want to say a big shout out to Apple for doing this, and Future Media Concepts, FMC. Without those 2 entities, this wouldn't happen. Without those 2 entities, this would not happen. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Follow along over there at Richard Taylor TV. Where is that? Here we go. Subscribe. Like and subscribe over there at the YouTube channel. That's how you can keep track of when we go live. All right, everyone. I'm going to finish up my packing, do a last double check, head out to the airport. I'm wide awake. I got up at 1:50 this morning a.m. Going to catch my plane, and I'll see you in a few hours at the airport if things go as planned. If for some reason they don't worry. We'll catch up later today. Talk to everybody later. I'm going to get out of here.